There are different answers to that question depending where they come from. I think it's about their prior experiences at school level and also the kinds of expectations that they personally have. For instance, students who come from engineering backgrounds might have better experiences with technology than those that have no experience at all of that. For instance, our students in the education faculty will need more hand-holding, while those students from the FADO, who are of course into all the graphic design and everything, they have the skills. So we have a very wide range of students who come to university, those with no skills whatsoever and those with very high-level skills. Yeah, this is a very difficult problem, and I think it's a problem that is faced throughout all teaching institutions. One of the things that we try to do is very rapidly introduce them into technology when they arrive. So there is the first year experience where nearly all first year students are invited to come and participate and learn about the basic skills. We also extend those basic skills into longer periods of interaction, but this is really just a very quick feel and look on what we have to do. I think it's very important that we start to think about how do we infuse this into the curriculum, because that's the best place to do it. And those also present challenges for the institution. We need to start thinking much more about how do we help students still at the school level so that they are prepared before they get to university. Of course, with time this might change as the schools improve their teaching and learning with technology. Then people get more used to using their cell phones, which the kids, as we know today, play with the most advanced forms. And so they start to learn to surf the internet on their own, and I think it will change in the future. But we definitely have to reconsider and rethink about how do we help students, because it's very important. My experience has shown that the best way to do this is by exposing them to technology in a meaningful way within the classroom. And then working together in groups, they very quickly learn from each other and they support each other. So I really think it's about thinking of ways to be innovative in the classroom. Yeah, lecturers have been supported in a number of ways in the past, one-on-one interactions, in training sessions on how to use the technology. But we want to change this and become more involved in professional development, because it shouldn't only just be how do I use this to do A, B and C, but what are the affordances that the technologies bring. So we have a learning management system at the moment that is the main way in which the staff interact, but I want to open that up to many other kinds of technologies so that we can bring other tools in. If we think about the way that many companies are starting to develop the way of use of technology, and Apple being one of them and Google being one, they are very much concentrating on tablets. The use of tablets and applets is going to be a way in which the future of technology is going to be driven, and the university needs to take those into consideration, and we need to start thinking about those things. And that will then change the way we help academics to think about teaching and learning with technology. So we are going to move into a much more focused professional development phase rather than just training. Now, that's a very difficult question to answer. Of course, we can dream about a future. CenTAL was designed around a particular theoretical construct, and I think that theoretical construct is a little outdated now. So we're going to change the way we think about technology. One of the terms that we have been using for a while is we want to democratize the process. So in other words, give people options to different kinds of technologies, not just the single monolith system, but to give people options into different kinds of systems. Maybe they're very small. I mean, I love the way in which, for instance, the mammoth of Outlook is taken into 4 applets in the Apple environment on the tablets. And that means that you have a little applet that does a specific task. So we don't have a big mammoth thing. Of course, we all use the mammoth Outlook for our institutional use of email, but then when you use the tablet, you go just to your email or just to your calendar, and I think that is a changing way of thinking. So we need to think about how do we do that at an institutional level to help people think in more smaller little bits and not these mammoth kind of systems, which get very complicated and very difficult to use. I think we are entering a very dynamic phase of computing. Of course, it always say that because computer technology moves very quickly. And to the academics, what I would really like to say to them is that I would like to know what they want to do and where we want to go to together. So we walk a road together, that we try to help them, but they also try to help us. There are lots of people in the institution that are already being very creative in the ways in which they're using technology, and not necessarily the technology that is present everywhere on campus. So I want to bring those people closer to us so that we can develop a community of practice where people share their ideas, so that things that work very well in the community that are not perhaps what we are doing from the center then gets added into what we work, so that it works both ways. We provide new insights, we provide new tools, and tools that are being used by the community that we don't know about, we also learn about. So it's rather about a journey of working together, because in the future, I think we need to think in different ways about using technology, not just as a training tool, but as a tool for knowledge construction.